How's it going, everyone? So I just wanted to do a quick review on my new in-ear monitors. So from a brand new company out of South Carolina called WAVS. They're doing some pretty cool stuff. Instead of having to go to an audiologist to get some scans done, it utilizes an iOS app called Capture. So they're custom, probably, but I would say only about 90 to 95% custom, and I'll explain why here in a minute. But anyway, so you place your order. Took me a little bit because when I placed the order, the scans didn't update all the way to the site, so they couldn't access them, so I had to redo them. And anyway, turnaround time, I'm on the West Coast, so turnaround time for me was about 15 days. It was about 2.5 weeks. They're custom, so you're gonna have some patience. I'm not a very patient person, so I was constantly like, where are they? But it's all good. They showed up. They're great, and I'll explain why here in a minute. Anyway, when you get the box, you get this in there. So it's a really cool case. Pretty hard. I mean, I'm squishing it pretty well, and there's not a whole lot of give. So let's go ahead and open it up real quick and show you what's inside. I'll explain what that is in a minute. So when you open it up, first thing you'll see is you get these silicone ear tips. It also comes with foam ear tips. I'm a bigger fan of the foam. I think they seal better. They seal better than the silicone, and they also, I think, add a little more in the bass response, and I'll get to that in a minute. But you do get some more of the silicone ear tips. What this is I had messaged them because I liked the foam ones so much. Sent them a message, was like, hey, what size are the foam tips? I'd like to get some more for them, yada, yada, yada. So instead, they sent me some more foam tips. So thank you, Andrew, guys over at WAVS. Awesome. They didn't have to do this, but they did it, and they're amazing. Thank you. So there's the extra ones there that I use. You do get this sort of velvet bag that the ears come in, and I'll show you the ears in a second, okay? You get 2 different cables. So this is the cable. Hold on, I'm kind of tangled here. Sorry. So you get this cable. This is just the standard cable. It's an MMCX connection, I believe is what it's called. So if you have a set of like Shure headphones, same thing, same cable. I actually swapped out the cable. I'm keeping this as a backup in case something does happen to the other one. I don't think it will, but I am still keeping this cable. It's pretty nice cable. It does have the sort of memory over the ear loop thing, so pretty cool. It doesn't have anything to like cinch up, so I'm using these as an in-ear monitor at church. I'm a guitar player, so that's what I'm using them for. But yeah, it's a great cable. Then you also get a Bluetooth adapter cable from Me Audio. So pretty cool. This cable, I was looking it up to see if I can find it. I can't find the exact one. There's a different model. It's about $60, so I mean, not terrible. All in all, so I upgraded to the dual driver headphones, okay? All in all, when all is said and done, you're only looking at about $149. So, inside the bag, you get your in-ear monitors. They're all clear shells that you get with them. You can see the drivers in there. It's, like I said, I got the dual driver version with the black shells, and it's got the WAVS logo on there. Very, very cool. This is my right ear. This is my left ear. I didn't realize how different my ears were until I got these done. But they're very well made. They're not super heavy, but you can tell they're not cheap either. So they're very well made, very well done. Sound. So let's go with how they sound. So like I said, I upgraded to the dual drivers. Okay. Prior to these, I was using a set of KZ ZSR headphones. They're a triple driver. It's 2 dynamic drivers. 2 balanced armature drivers, 1 dynamic driver. These are 2 2 dual dynamic drivers. I've also used, prior to the KZs, I was using a set of Shure SE315s, which are, they call them micro drivers. I was trying to get some more information on them, and I couldn't. Sounded good, but this is the cable from those Shures. I'm just using these because this has the thing to cinch them up, and I like the way the cable feels a little more. It's also a little bit longer. Anyway, Sorry guys, I'm going to be coughing a lot. We're dealing with a lot of smoke up here in Oregon. So, sound wise, these they sound incredible. Like I said, about $149 out the door with the dual driver upgrade, and just keeping with the standard Bluetooth cable. They sound so much better than the 315s did. They're a lot more clearer, and it probably has something to do with the fact that they're custom. Custom mold, you get a better seal in your ears. Things become a lot clearer. The bass response becomes a lot better. The 315s always had this weird sizzle in the end of them. I don't know. It's about the only way I can really describe it. These are a little more flatter response. So the KZs were really heavy in the bass response, and they had a great bass response. But I always found myself pulling one of my right one in particular, pulling the right one out, just to get a little more clarity. I mean, it didn't matter what I did on the EQ section of my mixer at church, like nothing. I would constantly have to pull it out. With these, I used them for the first time a couple weeks ago. When I pulled it out, the clarity was way worse. I had to keep them both in just to keep the clarity. They were really well balanced. The instrument separation was incredible. I could hear everything. I could hear the drum hits. I could hear the bass guitar. I could hear piano. I could hear the other guitar players, like everything. I could hear everything perfectly. We also have an electric mandolin player, and he sometimes gets lost in the mix a little bit, and I could hear him perfectly with these. So much to the point where I actually had to turn him down. So sorry, Brian, if you see this. Sorry, dude, I had to turn you down. Anyway, so overall, I am incredibly happy with these. I do, like I said, recommend getting the foam tips. The silicone ones, when I was listening to them, they're like I said, it's a flat response, so there was almost no bass response in them. When I put the foam tips in, it definitely improved the bass response a little bit. So my recommendation is to get the foam tips. I'm still not sure what size they are. They're smaller than my KZs, but definitely bigger than the Sures. So they're somewhere in there. I don't know the exact size. I'd say probably maybe a 4mm nozzle. I don't know. Like I said, they just sent me some new tips, so I'm not going to really worry too much about that. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here, quick review to give these. I highly recommend them, guys. Honestly, $149. I will never go back to a universal fit monitor. I'll just throw that out there. For $150, you can't go wrong with these. Like, if the only other thing I could see myself going to is a full custom set where I have to go to an audiologist and they mold the inside of my ears. So the reason why I say it's only about a 95% is because the tip itself is a universal tip. Okay, it goes into your ear canal, but it fits all on the inside of your ear, and it encloses the entire ear and seals that up, so that way you get a better seal, which is why I recommend the foam, because it seals up in the ear better. Sorry, I don't use this case all that much. I use this hard case because it's got 1.5 million of my guitar picks in here and stuff like that. Anyway, besides the point. So personally, guys, if you're going to be spending a couple $100s on a universal set of in-ear monitors, I think you're wasting your money. I think you should definitely go this route. Get the dual drivers. They do make a single driver, but they do say, like, the single drivers respond more like the Shure SE215s. They're pretty balanced in that way. I wasn't a fan of them personally. I've listened to a set of 215s and I just didn't like it. But these dual drivers, they specifically make these for live musicians. I won't go to a universal fit ever again. I will, if budget's a concern, I will stick with these. The only other thing I can imagine getting, like I said, is going to a set of fully custom monitors. So there you go. I hope that helps. So again, wavescustom.com. You can go there, order your pair. There used to be some coupon codes floating around. I don't know if there still is or not. I used a 10% code that I had gotten from the guys over at Worship Tutorials. So these were out the door, $129, free shipping. So again, wavescustom.com. Go there, download the it's called Capture. It's an iOS app. Uses an iPhone X series and 11, or the iPad Pro because it's got the facial recognition camera that it needs. So go order. Again, thank you guys, Andrew, all you guys over at Custom. You're amazing. I like I said, I do not regret this whatsoever. Later.